Known everybody, and definitely like to thank you for coming, and hope everybody's on their way to having a great Christmas. And I know we're looking forward to it, and but the main thing, we're looking forward to going to Atlanta this week and competing and seeing if we can win ourselves a Black College National Championship. And we're playing an outstanding football team. I think they have a lot of pieces in place, and I think they're built similar to how we're built. And they have a good quarterback, outstanding running back, good offensive line, does a good job on defense. So it should be a challenge for us, but we're looking forward to going down and competing and, again, seeing if we can win us a championship. That's what we're built for, and that's our goal, is to try to win us a championship. And I think we're close. We just got to go and play well, play with the same intensity we ended the season playing with, and play smarter than we did that game, and we'll be okay. All right, any questions? Well, it should be, isn't it? We're just honored to have an opportunity to go play for a national championship. And, if you told us 8 years ago that we would be considered one of the national premier athletic programs in sports, then a lot of people would think you've been drinking, but I think that's where we've gone the last 7, 8 years. We've gotten so we're one of the elite programs in the country right now, one of the best football teams in the country for the last 4 or 5 years. So we're awful proud of our coaches, the job they've done week in and week out. But more important than that, the job that our players have done. Every week these guys get ready to play, and they've played well. Well, they hadn't lost a whole lot of games last 4 years. And has a chance to be in the win this senior class in the history of this university, which is very powerful. I think so. Again, all that depends on the results of the game. You're judged after the game's over, but having an opportunity to have some time off and give the guys an opportunity to go home for Thanksgiving, to spend time with their families. And then they came back, and we had a modified practice because of exams, and of course today and yesterday and last week, weather got to us a little bit. All the snow and cold and all that. So we're still trying to modify it a little bit and trying to get a couple good days in before we go down to Atlanta. The last game of the season was really physical. I mean, guys was knocking each other out, and so we had a shoulder, knee, and some things that we're starting getting some guys back. Then hopefully we can get some plays out of them this week. That's done, man. We've already got that in the book. All we're trying to do now is win one game and become Black College National Champion for the second time in 3 years. First undefeated team in the conference, that's over with. I don't think, and I think it'll be a long time now with the way college football is going, having to play those money games. I don't know if you ever see that again in this conference, unless you get a team that's not playing the money games that's able to go undefeated. We were very fortunate that we were able to win a couple of D1 games here in the last couple of years, and that gave us an opportunity to be 11-0, winning those money games. You don't want to leave any stones unturned, but you don't want to be over-prepared too. You ever heard of paralysis by analysis? I mean, you're thinking too much and you're doing too much. And, usually when you're in the hours at 11 o'clock at night, you think of all that stuff that, man, this is a great idea. And 1 o'clock the next day, you're thinking, what was I thinking of? So you want to try to roll with it. You want to try to get the guys in the best position that we can put them in to give them an opportunity to win the ball game. But you don't want them thinking too much. We want them to go out and play like they're capable of playing. Well, they have a quarterback that's outstanding. He's really good, and he's really dangerous once he breaks the pocket. But on the other side, he can make plays with his arm, which you don't see a lot of times. You're either good at one or the other, but this kid is really dangerous once he breaks the pocket. But he can also throw. But I think the difference in that football team is that, and the best way to say this, and the biggest compliment I can give this kid, is that they have a ball player at running back. He's a ball player. And that's all you need to know. Sucker can play. and he can hit home runs. He can get 3 or 4. He can get his shoulders forward to make people miss. Does an outstanding job in the kicking game. So we got to take those 2 weapons away from him. These guys are good. These guys are 11-1. You're an outstanding football team. So we got to go play. And we got to play fast and smart and hard. And if we do that, we're okay. We just got to play the way we're capable of playing. And if we can do that, we're going to be in good position and give ourselves a chance to win the ball game. It's a heck of a challenge for us. I think a lot of their sacks, and I don't want to say this the wrong way because they're talented, but a lot of them come on misassignments, because they scramble and do some things and show you fronts and get guys confused and they're getting guys through. But you have to give them credit for being able to do that, create ways of freeing guys up to have them opportunity to make some plays. So if we make our calls up front, we should be okay. One-on-one, we're going to match up pretty good with them. They're going to match up pretty good with us. It's just man on man, and let's just see what happens. I don't know about their philosophy. I know they do a good job, and they play in that league where everything is down the field all the time, and so their challenges is a lot different from ours on a certain area. So we're built to stop the run. That's how we built our program. Is we start up front and work our way back. Well, athletically, I think they're very similar. I think athletically, on the outside, very, very comparable. There's not a lot of difference except the way they go about trying to attack people. We're going to run the ball and establish the run, and we're going to defend the run. That's just how we're built, and we're not going to play backyard catch all the time. We're not worried about looking sexy or pretty. We're just worried about trying to win, and that's how we approach this one, and that's what we're going to do this game. The thing that makes this bowl a little bit different than a lot of bowls is that we're playing for a national championship, and that's the reason we go. But the thing you also want to do, you want your players to be rewarded for having an opportunity to go to bowl games. So trying to find a good mixture between, preparation and really enjoying it. And I think these guys have done an outstanding job. At least the last time we went 2 years ago, I thought the bowl game was really good. The experience for our kids was really good, and I think they all enjoyed it. So I'm happy that they have an opportunity to get back, and talk with our leadership committee this summer. One of the goals they had in mind is go back to Atlanta, so hopefully the goal wasn't just to get to Atlanta, but to win once we got to Atlanta. So, we need to adjust that a little bit. So we're on our way back, but it's a beautiful experience, Jeff. It really is, and I'm glad that all the guys had an opportunity to experience this. I think, and let me be careful how you say this, I don't know if you're ever satisfied with where you are in life. And if you are, then you're probably not moving in the right direction a lot of times. So am I satisfied with where we are? No. But I'm pleased with where we are? Yes. To win 11 straight games is very powerful. And again, these guys have done an outstanding job of getting prepared every week and playing smart. I say it now. I told the staff before the season started, I thought we had a chance to have our best football team this season, and we still have a chance. All I need to do is win one more, and this be the best team I've had in 15 years of coaching. And these guys, again, I can't say enough about these guys. It's unbelievable what these guys have been able to do. Well, very deserving. I wish, there's a couple more kids. Richardson, our linebacker, I thought he was deserving of an all-conference thing. But, you can't complain too much when you have 11 first-teamers, all-conference. And that's a testament of type of players that we have. We have good players, and they play that way. And when you play, but the beauty of this thing is this. When you win, everybody benefits. If we were a 5 and 6 team with the same talent, we may have had 3-4 guys make the all-conference team with the same talent. But because we're winning, and really we only got challenged twice this season, guys. We got challenged at Charlotte, and we got challenged at Bethune-Cookman. But other than that, it was an easy road for us. Well, it was not easy, but we really wasn't challenged that much. So we went through the conference pretty good. And that says a lot about the type of kids that we're playing with right now. You know what they say, New York's New York, so nice they named it twice. That's all you need to say, right? New York, so nice they named it twice. You know what, but for an old country boy like me, there's too many buildings, too many people, and too many cars, and too many horns on those cars. So I'm glad to be back in Greensboro, man. But it was a beautiful experience. And let me say this. One of the biggest joys I had was sitting in the audience watching Lamar walk across that stage to get that award. Man, you're talking about something beautiful. That's why you do this job. That's why you do this job. See those guys in that position to get recognized for a job well done.